For some reason, my thing did not want to... 1, 2... There we go. Hello, Nutterfy. How are you doing? What are we gonna work on tonight? Yes, it does still work, and that was perfectly timed too. That was good. That was good timing. Going well? How are you? I'm going. Yeah. Maybe we'll talk about things later. But for now, ooh, what's this? Hold on. Oh, that's okay. Well, it's okay to have that window open. What are we working on? I got a response to my Apple feedback about our 3D video export today, and I think I'm going to try to see if what they say helps me. From the first look at what I got of it, I don't think it's going to, and I think I'm going to need to append onto my feedback. But hey, you know, let's try it out and make sure that we're not completely wrong. So if you weren't here before, yeah, so I started working on doing 3D video export for Kineo so that you'll be able to actually share the 3D effects that you draw in Kineo, and wanted to be able to do that. Got it all set up. I think I mostly understand how it works, even though the documentation is pretty limited so far with it. But I couldn't get it to work, and I ended up filing a feedback saying, hey, I basically can't get this to work. And here's kind of our minimal test case, which is we ask the system, AV Output Settings Assistant, for some video settings, and we try to create an input from those settings, and that fails. If we skip that and we create ones on our own, that also fails. So I'm not really sure what was going on there. And they fail with kind of like competing reasons, one of which says like, hey, you can't have this property, and one of which says you need this property. So those kind of didn't work. But anyway, filed the feedback, included this app here as this sample project, and got back a response today. So we're gonna look at the response. We're gonna figure out if it has anything helpful for us, and if it's not, then we can at least add on to it and say, hey, you know, here's what I tried, here's what I learned, need more help still. Feedback works. Feedback got responded to. Let's say that. This is not the first time this beta cycle where I've filed the feedback and I've gotten information back, and that information back looks like it's not correct. So not 100, like I'm not super convinced that this is gonna work, but we'll find out. So anyway, here's all of my description. Hey, here's everything that's happening. This is a problem. This is the error that I'm getting, etc., etc. Here's my speculation as to what's going on. Please help me. This is basically what this feedback says. And I'm sorry if you can't read that. I know that the font is small, and there's not much I can do to bump that font, I don't think. Yeah, I can't zoom that font up at all. But anyway, so Apple responds. Here, you know what? I can copy and paste this into VX Code. VX Code, yes. VX Code. That's when Apple and Microsoft merge and they create some combined thing. So yeah, for MV-HEVC encoding, the proper video layer IDs for KVT, compression property, MV-HEVC video layer IDs are important. Please refer to the following. And they sent me some Swift code. And Swift code says var compression properties, blah, blah, blah. Set the compression properties, KVT compression properties key, HEVC video layer IDs as string, equals 0, 1. Let input equals asset writer input, media type video. So that was one that we went back and forth on. We had video, we had muxed, we had a couple different things. They're saying use video. I'm okay with that. AV video codec key HEVC, which is, I believe, what we're setting. Interestingly, they have AV video width key as string, whereas I'm pretty sure we don't, and I'm also pretty sure that doesn't work. So we'll figure that out. AV video height key, AV video compression properties key, that refers back to this compression properties above, and then we try creating our adapter. So this is what they've given us. Let's see. First of all, I want to see what we get out of Output Settings Assistant and see if that includes this compression property key that they say is the important missing one. KVT compression property key MV HEVC video layer IDs. I'm gonna say that out loud, and then I'm also gonna copy and paste it. I think I need both of those. But anyway, so let's run this, and then what I want to do is I want to set a breakpoint right here, right before we crash. Oh, we did use video in our sample, so we did not use mux to there. And I did not include any code in here. I only included code in the sample property, so we'll see what that means. Assistant settings, PO assistant settings. So they've got a bunch. They got a bunch of properties. AV video color properties key, AV video width key, which is here, AV video height key, which interestingly, we asked for 1440 by 1440, and they gave us 1440 by 810, which seems suspect. AV video scaling mode key is one that they include that we don't include. AV video codec key is HVC1, which I believe is also AV video codec type. So I think that that's not telling us anything exciting. Yeah, HVC1. And then AV video compression properties key. This is finally the key that they said, hey, make sure you got this. This includes allow frame reordering, left and right view IDs, and then video layer IDs. I believe this was the important one. So let's PO. Nope, that's not what I wanted to PO. I want this line right here. But I'm pretty sure that this is that specific video ID line. Cannot find KVT prep. Okay, well, let's see what we can do to fix that. This is in Video Toolbox. There we go. MV HEVC video layer IDs. Correct. Yeah, so that is in there. So we can also test this by saying, let's PO assistant settings. And then what did we want? We wanted where's VS Code? AV video compression properties key. And then give that, come on. Making so much trouble. This. Okay, this as string. Ooh, why didn't that work? Oh, it needs an optional. Okay, so hold on. What if I back this up and I put an optional right here? And then I put that string thing back. No, you're still not happy. Value of optional type, optional string ini must be unwrapped to refer to member subscript of wrapped base type. And put an exclamation point. I don't know what it wants from me. As string to any. There we go. Okay. So yeah, this does give me exactly what they said, which is that it's an array of 2 elements, 0 and 1. So this is exactly what they're giving me. And they're saying that this should work. So if we hit continue, we will see that it doesn't. Compression property, MV, HEVC, left and right view IDs. Okay, so this is interesting, which is the error that's failing is not necessarily the error. Or the property that's failing is not necessarily the property that they've mentioned. So let's give up on this. Let's do our manual one. And specifically, then let's copy in the one that they want. So where's our VS code? So let's just copy their code directly. Let's copy all of their code directly. So we create these manual settings. They're doing it a little bit different. So they're putting an input here. I guess we don't really care about this code because I expect this code to crash. So, but we'll find out. So create var compression properties, which is string to any. Set the compression properties to this 0, 1. Let input equals this. So this looks pretty similar. Let writer input, output settings is a dictionary. They have video codec key, HEVC, video width key. This one's weird to me that there's an at string there. We'll come back to that one. And compression properties key is this thing. So let's see if this builds. Okay. Let's go ahead and import video toolbox. Video toolbox. Build again. Get rid of that breakpoint. Okay, so that did build. Interestingly. Let's try running it. See what happens. And it failed. Where did it fail? Somewhere. But the failure is compression property MV HEVC video layer IDs is not supported for video codec type HEVC1. So yeah. Like I said, I was not expecting this to work because it was like, I'm pretty sure that the output settings does give me exactly that thing. And yeah, that's the answer. It doesn't work. So my guess is there's still some kind of problem. So I think we need to respond back to them and say, hey, no, this doesn't work. But I think I also want to try, I want to try some other things before giving us up on this again tonight. So I do think I'm going to revert everything back to where I started. I think that's fine. I am going to bring back video toolbox, and I am going to put in this compression properties. This is going to have a dictionary here, and then this is KVT. What was that? KVT compression property key. So this needs to be as string. Okay, so this we're feeling is what they're saying should work. Well, let's comment out this line too. So yeah, this fails. The thing that I want to try a couple different things. The first thing that I want to try running this on my Mac. I want to see if this is just well, okay, so this isn't going to work. Oh, This isn't going to work on this Mac. I want to try running it on iOS. Let's start there. This probably isn't going to run on my Mac because it needs Sonoma, which I don't have. But let me try running it on iPhone and see if that changes anything. Hey, Donuts, how are you doing? I like this song a lot. It's weird because it just like pauses for 10 seconds in the middle of it. Here it goes. And it's just like, hold on. Hold on. Hold on. There we go. It's like, I don't know why that song just stops in the middle of it. It's a good song though. I mean, the whole thing is 1 minute and 7 seconds long. And then like 10 seconds is just silence in the middle of it. Glad the week is over? Yeah, I'm with you there. I had an ordeal. Oh, terrible, horrible ordeal. It made it sound way more dramatic than it actually was. My kitchen sink has been broken since Monday night, which is honestly the best timing possible on this, which is, hey, yeah, you should break and be unusable starting at the very end of a 3-day weekend. Now I got to go back to work, catch up on 3-day weekend, and be dealing with trying to get my sink fixed. So that wasn't fun. Basically what happened was the little sprayer hose snapped and literally just broke. So I couldn't turn on the sink without water spraying everywhere. So that was exciting. And I tried to DIY it the first night and that didn't work. So then I had to actually go get somebody to come in and, you know, try to fix the parts and blah, blah, blah. And yeah, so that finally got fixed today. So I'm feeling good about that. It's like, hey, at least I can use my kitchen sink again. Things are looking up. Yeah, Nutter, I know you've had plumbing issues recently too. Like, it's not fun. It's the worst possible one. And this kitchen sink has been like the worst thing in my house since I got my house. It's the last time thankfully wasn't really a plumbing issue per se. It was, you know, plumbing item related, but the sink just like fell out of where it was hooked up. Like I don't know how to describe it. It's an undermount sink and it just went boop and like just back half of it just kind of fell down. Yeah, exactly. No, I made those 2 trips. It was great. It was a trip to Ace Hardware and then a trip to Home Depot. No, it was 3 trips because it was a trip to Home Depot when I was very time constrained. This was Tuesday and it's like, okay, I only got like 30 minutes to do whatever. Got into Home Depot, realized, oh, this is way more work than I have time. This is way bigger of a project than I have time for right now. Left, went to Ace Hardware the next day, bought the first thing that I needed, which was an actual replacement sprayer hose. Got back home, tried to put that together, realized that literally the pieces didn't go together. It's like these do not connect. They don't go together. So then I went to Home Depot to try to find like an adapter. And it took even the Home Depot guy, like I went there and I'm like, I have no idea what I'm doing. I need this piece to connect to this piece. And I kind of held them together. And even him, it took like forever for him to figure out, okay, what exactly do you need? So that wasn't a great sign. And then, yeah, I went home and I tried to put that together. Turned it on, water sprayed everywhere. Turned it on, turned it back off. readjusted everything, turned it back on, water sprayed everywhere. Did it the third time. Finally, I was like, okay, I got to call a professional. And so yeah, that was Wednesday night. And then yeah, chatted with a couple people on Thursday. Finally got somebody in today. And yeah, it wasn't good. K&H, I will say, yeah, bad idea. I will say replacing an entire kitchen faucet is probably an easier idea than trying to replace half a kitchen faucet, which is what I was doing. Because at least you won't have the problem of incompatible parts. So you might be at least a little better off. Because the main problem that I ran into trying to DIY it myself was the fact that it seemed like there was already an adapter in there. Like they had already like done something. Whoever the previous people that worked on this faucet were had already done something. And so then I needed to add an additional thing in between those two parts. And so I had like, hose to adapter to faucet. It was giving me flashbacks to like the 2010 MacBook Pro, 2012 MacBook Pros. It's like, oh, it's USB-C everything. You need dongles for everything. This is what it felt like trying to hook up this faucet. Whereas hopefully like a faucet, if you buy the whole package, then they're all compatible out of the box and you don't have to have a bunch of adapters. Because the one thing about computer dongles that's nice is if they're incompatible, they just don't work. They don't start spraying water everywhere. So that's good. Can you imagine? Like you plug the USB-C and it's like the wrong speed of USB-C into each other. You plug like a Thunderbolt cable into a USB-C port and you turn it on and it just starts spraying water everywhere. That would be a nightmare. All right, so have we proven? No, what were we doing? Yeah, we were trying to run this on iPhone. And it looks like this also crashed. Cool. I think what I want to try to do... I had to replace a faucet at a ranch house one time. The hardware store was 30 minutes away. So yeah, my Home Depot is about 30 minutes away, which is, 5 miles in Seattle. It's not far by distance, but it is far by driving time. I was mixing iron pipe thread, regular thread, and compression fittings. So yeah, that was part of the problem. And yeah, this is why the Home Depot guy had so much problems, which was, it was mixing threads. And I don't pretend to understand what the heck that meant, but there was like brass pipe and there was compression, and somehow I needed something that was like both of those. And I have no idea what that means, but you seem to be saying the same words that I was running into, and I don't know what happened. Anyway, Adam says, did you ever find the solution to the HECV-EVHC thing? And the answer is no. But the answer, the like more in-depth answer, is Apple responded to my feedback, but still no. That's why plumbers are a bunch of alcoholics. Hey, I mean, so are iOS devs. In my experience, yeah. All mobile devs. That's not specific to iOS either. All right. The last thing I want to try, and unfortunately this is going to be kind of weird in like a development sense. I want to try running this on my Sonoma Mac. Unfortunately, my Sonoma Mac is not this Mac. Web devs are a hard drinking bunch too. They've never known any drinking web devs. Well, okay, that's not true. That's not even kind of true. But the web devs that I knew that were heavy drinkers were the web devs that had to work on like the worst possible platforms. So I know being a web dev, probably difficult. Like it can be a little bit nonsense, and you're supporting like Chrome and Safari and Firefox. It's like, oh no, they definitely did write JavaScript. It's like, oh no. Try being a web dev whose primary target platform is the Xbox 360. Yeah, those web devs drunk pretty hard. Or like Samsung Smart TVs. Those yeah. The people that I knew that worked on those platforms, they drank pretty heavily too. All right, so I'm gonna basically, I don't know, narrate what I'm doing as I try to run this on here. See the TS drama this week. I did not see any TS drama this week. I get all my TS drama news from Jay. And I don't think Jay has streamed this week, so I did not see any TS drama. Oh, wait, hang on. I was reading that as Taylor Swift drama. And I'm guessing you're talking about DHH's TypeScript drama. Yes, I did see that. I legitimately thought you were talking about Taylor Swift. That is what TS means to me. Yes, no, I did see the TypeScript drama. I did not see any Taylor Swift drama this week. She managed to have a drama-free week. Okay, so I am basically, I've got my MacBook Air here. This is my sacrificial lamb for Sonoma Beta. And I'm going to download my feedback tool there, and I'm going to try running it on the Mac, in case this is a platform-specific issue. Who's got 1989 on pre-order? I don't have it on pre-order, but I will be listening to it a lot when it comes out. We've had this discussion before as to like which of my albums is her favorite, or which of her albums is my favorite. Which of my albums that I've put out is Taylor Swift's favorite? Who knows? In 1989 was it for the longest time. I don't think it is anymore. Oh, donuts. Donuts. You have missed the entire, like, this is a history. I can't see chat right now, but I'm assuming that's a redemption for name a variable. I mean, yeah, Southern rock is great too. Countries can be good. I'm not one of those people who's like, oh, country. Yeah. The country songs that I listen to, I don't even know who the artists are because I just turn on like the, I think it's Roadhouse is the Apple country playlist. That's my like, it's Sunday and I want to listen to music that doesn't like, it's subdued. It's like calm. That's my playlist for those days. So I don't even know what artists are on there, but that's about the only time I listen to country. Yeah, so I'm trying to download this feedback on my Sonoma machine and run that. That's what I'm doing here. Mama, something train, something jail, something whiskey. Oh, so it's a Johnny Cash song. I think it's all of them. I don't know. Jail and whiskey in the same song. That's pretty specific to Johnny Cash, I think. Or are you saying you think it's all of Johnny Cash's songs? Yes, this is also true. Johnny Cash Barbie. I didn't listen to it, but I saw it go by as like a headline. Johnny Cash singing Barbie Girl, something. It's like an AI generated thing. Okay, so I've got my feedback thing pulled open. I am adding the Mac target, enable destination support, and we are running that on my Mac. One second. How do I turn on? There we go. Sorry. Yeah, I get the exact same crash on my Mac. Okay, so it is not platform specific, which is good, because yeah, if it came back and they were like, oh yeah, by the way, this only works on the Mac and you can't produce HEVC on iOS, or sorry, on Vision OS, I would be pretty bummed. But thankfully it doesn't seem like that's the case. It does seem like we're not gonna get it does seem like we're not. Let me try this again. It does seem like the problems that they've, or the solution that they've given me. Jesus, I can't get that word out, that sentence out. It does seem like the solution they gave me is not working. Kind of need to just respond to them and say, hey, you know, this still isn't doing what I want. Here's a new updated version. I don't know. Help. Still need more help. So I guess, yeah, we can delete this section, because I do want to say still, like, hey, AV output settings should not give me stuff that crashes. But at the same time, I want to move past that. But maybe we move this to the end. We would move all of this to the end. Create output settings for a basic HEVC file, blah, 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 blah. Above line fails the error. Cannot create a new tag buffer group adapter with missing value for... Okay, so what error are we getting now? We're getting an error. Trap it in a try catch block. See, the problem is it's an actual Objective-C exception. So I have to catch this in Objective-C. Even if I did like a do catch, it wouldn't work. It wouldn't stop it. If I run this, it'll still crash, like hard crash. Yep. This was the entire thing that I was doing the other night when I was doing the what did I call it? Codec Hunter. Was I needed to write that in Objective-C because I had to do an try catch. And there was no way of catching it inside of Swift. Okay, create output settings for a basic HEVC file. Create an input from these settings. Create an adapter to draw pixel buffers to the writer output. The above line now fails with the error. MV HEVC video layer IDs is not appropriate, right? Yeah. So, is there a reason NS exceptions aren't auto-wrapped to error? Great question. My guess is, I know NS exceptions do, like, they unwind the whole stack, whereas obviously you can't do that with an error because, you know, you need the stack in order to pass the error. But I'm honestly not enough of an expert in Swift or Objective-C to be able to truly answer that. But yeah, I think that's the big one. NS set uncaught exception handler. Can you even do that from Swift? You can. Set uncaught exception handler. And it will take in just like a closure. Interesting. Can you set that back to nil? Oops. You can. Ooh. This feels like there's room to do horrible things. You create like a what is result builder for this work? Like if you create like a result builder where you almost like create your own do. No, I guess you could just do it as like a top level thing. Hold on. Func cool do. No, wait, what did we call it? Is it Taylor Swift drama? Func Taylor Swift drama. Yeah, you did create a monster though. This is the problem. Taylor Swift drama. Hey, thanks for the follow, Vaca Bunny. Vocabulary. The try block define an Objective-C that returns the exception of any and then handle that in a separate Swift function with a block parameter. Interesting. Actually, you know, no, here's what we're gonna do. We are gonna call this do. Do. No. Cool do. Yeah, but I want Taylor Swift drama to be the error side of it. That's why I changed it. Cool do. And then this is like body. And then I guess this would have to be you would almost need like a result. I was looking at this earlier today. What is it? With unsafe pointer. Yeah, I need the result here. This one. So with unsafe pointer, T result. So I think we can do... I wish there was a way to pin dash here. Cool do, result. Body. Yeah, is void throws to result. Throws to result. Taylor Swift drama. Void. And then I'm going to include this in my feedback. This is what we're going to do. This would be NS exception to void, right? Rethrows result. Is this what we're doing? And then what we do here is we are set uncaught exception. If we get an exception, then we are calling Taylor Swift drama on the exception. And then I guess here we can actually use defer. NS set uncaught exception handler nil. And then what we just do try body, right? Return try body. Yeah, I think that works. So then in here, cool do. Taylor Swift drama. Exception. In. Oops. Print. Exception. And of course, as soon as I've written this, oh, a C function pointer cannot be formed from a closure that captures context. Well, how do we make it not capture context? Anyway, I was like, as soon as I've written all of this, I know exactly what I need to rename this function, which is that it should be, look what you made me do. Okay. Yeah, let's fix this. A C function pointer cannot be formed from a closure that captures context. So, can I just make this a func? Func handler exception NS exception Taylor Swift drama exception, and then set uncaught exception handler is handler. C function pointer cannot be formed from a local function that captures context. This is what K&H causes me to do. There is absolutely things that are cursed in here. How do I get around this? Wow, apparently I've looked this up before. Handler needs to be a top level function. Is that what it is? You can only pass a global function or a closure which does not capture any state. Well, it wasn't capturing any state. No, you've never suggested this specific thing before. I mean, we can make it a thing. That's fine. Well, no. The reason why it's capturing context is obviously capturing this here. So I guess what I would need is I need the handler to pass in this thing, but how do I do that? I can't. Because even if I made it do this, it needs some way of knowing what Taylor Swift drama is. So how do we set that? I'm thinking that there might be a way to do like some sort of like partially applied function here that we could do. So func handler generator. This takes in this. Handler at escaping blah 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 and returns that works, and then returns exactly that same thing, right? Return handler. I feel like I've not quite done what I need to do. But anyway, so we're going to say set uncaught exception is handler generator, handler Taylor Swift drama. Passing non-escaping parameter, Taylor Swift drama. Okay, so this needs to be at escaping. C function pointer can only be formed from a reference to a func or a literal closure. I don't think there's going to be a way for me to do this. Unless I'm missing something. A C function pointer can only be formed from a reference to a func or a literal closure. Because we don't have any func that could allow us to do this. I mean, I have another stupid idea. Let's roll this back a little bit. So we're gonna make this a global thing. Var current drama. Claude is saying you can convert a Swift closure to a C function pointer using @convention C. Interesting. I'll try that in a second. Hold on. I didn't get a response to that. Yeah, I've seen the @convention stuff before. I feel like it's probably right, but I also feel like it's probably going to fail if I try to capture context. I seem to have completely lost my chat window over here. Oh, there it goes. It's back. Okay. Blah, blah, blah. So, current drama equals Taylor Swift drama. NS set caught exception. Defer current drama equals nil. Set uncaptioned handler to nil. Assigning non-escaping parameter Taylor Swift drama to an escaping closure. Yeah, no, this should be escaping. Okay, does that build? This is horribly, horribly fragile. But does it work? TypeScript drama. Oh, now we need both. Look at that. That actually does work. Yes. All right, this is glorious. I'm gonna start using this in all of my code. I need to mark down the not mark. Please send that unedited to Apple. Probably not, but I do like the idea. So TypeScript drama by Donuts Ahoy on 2023-09-08. Is that today's date? Yeah. The current exception handling closure. And then Taylor Swift drama by Kane Eighth on 2023-09-08. The a function to handle Obj-C exceptions in Swift. To be fair, you said what'd you say? I swear I've never suggested this before. You didn't even suggest it this time. All you said was NS set uncaught exception handler is a thing, and I ran with that into a world where I was creating my own do block. That's what happened here. Now, it does seem like it's still crashing, even though we did do that. We haven't set an uncaught exception handler, but it doesn't swallow the handler. Or it doesn't swallow the exception, sorry. Yeah, where you can perform last minute logging before the program terminates. So it's not really a catch. Whereas, yeah, the other one actually had like a catch to it. If you do it in Obj-C, you can actually stop it. But in this case, it's yeah, no, you can't deal with it. And NS set has its own exception handler. So does NS get, apparently. Anyway, if you want to create your own do catch block that doesn't actually do anything, but is hilarious, this is how you do it. Can you feed them into each other? I would assume so. Maybe the world will melt if you do that. No, doesn't seem to have melted. In fact, what? Oh, okay. I was like, why did it run? It's because I commented out the body part. So it's not actually running any of this code. It's like, how did that just like magically fix everything? Oh, it's not actually running the code that crashes. That's how it did that. I mean, we can still try body underscore equals try body. Well, I guess we can make this throws. Yeah, so now it crashes once we actually call that try body. But yeah, you can just set uncaught exception handler to get uncaught exception handler. That works just fine. All right, I'm gonna save this because I find it hilarious and amazing. Hey, Cocotype, how are you? Been keeping well? Been keeping pretty good. I was talking earlier about some drama with a sync that I had this week, but other than that, been doing pretty good. How about yourself? And now I'm like in a rabbit hole of writing Taylor Swift themed, extremely cursed, custom do catch blocks. So I wouldn't say that's the signs of a good mental health state, but it exists. I'm alive. Being sick sucks. Oh man, that sucks. I mean, literally, I just agreed with what you said. That was very much a. I agree that it sucks. No, that's a bummer, man. Sorry. Trucking along. But are you having fun with your exception handling? It's pretty fun. It's fun in the like sense of like. It feels like code arson. That I'm doing something horrible and destructive just for like my own personal enjoyment. Okay, we're gonna save this and then we're gonna create a duplicate of this that doesn't have all of the Taylor Swift stuff to continue writing for Apple. Oh, hey, look, we've already got, okay, so this is asset feedback Taylor's version. Oh, oops. Now Xcode's not happy. Yeah, no, okay, so this got real mad real fast. I need to actually add code here. Then maybe we'll talk about sending Taylor stuff to Apple. But let's clean up the area and figure out what actually went wrong first. So we're getting rid of all of this code. They're already gonna WTF that code block, so might as well double down. Fair. Totally fair. Did we actually get rid of... Sorry, we need to go back and open Taylor's version because I think we wrote some code in there that is important. So we got our compression properties key. We're setting all of this. Okay, so far, nothing exciting happened. Okay, this will still crash. No, we need to import video toolkit. Video toolbox, not toolkit. Bonus love to anyone that names a variable sprite kit drama. Working on the way. Oh, that reminds me. Not compile swift. Nutterfy recommended that I start a new channel points redemption thing. Maybe I should make it. Yeah, so Nutterfy wants me to have a channel points redemption to do a gaming stream. Should I make that one massive single person redemption? Somebody has to get to like 50,000 points, or should I make that a like community one? Which the community ones, it'll probably still be 50,000 points, but the problem is you can only donate. Each person can only donate 2,000 points per stream. Community for sure. Okay, let's go do that. Let's set that up. Hold on, I think I need to go secret mode to dashboard.twitch.tv. Yeah. This is not secret mode. Sir. There we go. Who picks the game? I pick the game, unfortunately. I will take community suggestions. Let's go with that. But I think that I will ultimately make the final decision. All those points and we don't pick the game? Nutter doesn't let people pick his games. Well, I mean, I guess with the 50,000 points one he does. That's true. Should be a Wheel of Gaming Destiny. Ooh, okay. Okay, I can work on that one. I like that idea. Make you stream Minecraft and we can turn you into a Minecraft streamer. God, I haven't played Minecraft in like a decade. Where is the button to hit? Yeah, the Wheel of Gaming Destiny. Yeah, okay. So I will let users pick. I'll let people donate ideas. I will veto ideas. There are probably some games that I don't want to add to that list. I will let people donate ideas, and then I will put them all in a spin, and then we'll let the spin decide. How's that sound? Pong AR. There will have to be some limits on it. It does have to be an Xbox, Switch, or Mac OS game, because those are really the only ones that I have. DDR probably won't. It has to be one where I can sit while I'm streaming, because otherwise I totally would stream Beat Saber. But yeah, I don't want to have to set up a whole thing for it. MetaQuest, yeah. Trying to get that to stream, like I have actually tried to get that to stream because I did some work on. Oh, I realized I'm still in secret mode. Sorry. I tried to get that to stream because I was testing doing the Vision Pro simulator through MetaQuest, which you can see on YouTube somewhere. If you go on YouTube, one of my 3 YouTube shorts is a short about me doing that, and it links back to my full stream where I did that. But yeah, trying to get the MetaQuest to output its video to actually stream that didn't work super well. Otherwise, I would. Is it the one where he's pointing at something? No, it's actually not. It's the one where I'm wearing a backwards baseball cap in the thumbnail, which makes me look like a bro. And it's not good. Okay, community challenge. Coco type gaming stream. Cocoa type spins the wheel of gaming destiny. And plays. Let's make this registered trademark. Nutterfy Incorporated. And plays whatever game appears for one stream. Okay, goal amount 50,000. Notify publishing. Okay. Notify publishing. Is it incorporated? Notify media. Media. Okay. Limited. You mean notify media limited. Plays whatever game appears for one stream. Okay. Give you guys max infinite time to do this. Pick a background color. It'll look not puke green. Yeah, let's do this like nice bright green. The Cocoa type gaming stream. It'd be nice if I could. Oh yeah, check out the pre-made icon gallery. These look like good game ones. Maybe the swords on the flag. It'd be nice if there was just like a... Oh, you know what? I bet there's a SF symbol for this. Yeah, game controller.fill. Yeah, here we go. We'll do a nice game controller icon. Remind me later. Close. New document. Said new document. There we go. What size does this need to be? 28? Very small. No. The one font is like already huge. Okay. 12. Let's do like a 12-point font. Oh my god. A. Wait, no, why is this not working? Enter. Give me the thing. There we go. Okay, finally. So now let's go back to SF symbols. Let's copy this. I mean, that looks like a nice Twitch purple anyway. You're gonna leave it that color? Oops. One X, 2X, and 4X, I believe, is what we need. The streamer came into tonight with that in mind. The streamer kind of didn't really want to do anything exciting tonight. All right, let's start it. Challenge has started. Task failed successfully. Project Squirrel. That works. This doesn't feel centered anymore. Didn't we center this? Raised 6,000 already. Donuts, KNH, and one other. Jeez, we're already up to 10,000. Oh, it won't let me contribute to my own stream. Couple more streams and you'll have him. Okay, so you got to start naming games for the wheel. So let's go VS Code. Wheel of Games. Destiny. Is it Minecraft? The one that I mentioned on Nutter's stream the other night was Sekiro. So those are my 2 games on the list. And then yeah, must be playable on macOS, Xbox, or Xbox Series S, or what did I say? Switch. So okay, let's see. Desert Bus, which I know is like part of like a Penn and Teller thing, if I recall correctly. Power Wash Simulator, always a good one. I can do the Midgard map. What's your least favorite game genre? What is my least favorite game genre? My least favorite game genre. For a while, I would have said Metroidvanias, but I think I've mostly gotten over that dislike. Mexican survival map. What's the video game genres? Oh, I'm also gonna put in here no public multiplayer. So nothing like Overwatch or Apex or anything like that where there's no real single player campaign. And then to the extent that it would be any multiplayer, it would be like, oh, I'm inviting the community here to stream. You know, Nutter and I have played Power Wash Simulator before on his stream. I think that would be acceptable. Yeah, getting into an open lobby would not be. Elden Ring. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, so I think Battle Royale games would probably be out of the list. CK3? I don't know what that is. I would say I'm not a huge fan of 4X games. If you're... I don't know what is Crusader Kings 3? Yeah, I feel like this is gonna go right into what I just said. Yeah, strategy games. I'm not really the biggest fan of like strategy games, I guess. I would say like, I'm not sure if that's really what I'm trying to get at. I'm not a fan of games like Civilization, for example. I don't know if that's what this is. I'm having trouble understanding what this is saying, what this is, but that kind of sounds like what this is. I mean, I'll add it to the list, but Yeah, this looks like kind of that sort of thing. Yeah, I'll add it to the list because that's not the kind of game that I'm just gonna outright veto. But I will say that that's definitely on my list of not a thing. No need to add it. Maybe not. We'll put that in there. City Skylines. I am super excited for City Skylines. The City Skylines 2 to come out. That comes out pretty soon, doesn't it? Or did it already come out? Yeah, because I loved City Skylines. October 24th. So let's put this as after release. Auto Battler, Auto Chess. Yeah, it's already under the multiplayer thing. I hate MOBAs. This is not. I do not like MOBAs. That, in terms of like outright, probably least favorite genre, MOBA. But yeah, in terms of multiplayer games, like it's not gonna get in there anyway. Cookie clicker. Idle games. Idle games are fine. All right, I think we'll endless hurdles. I'll put that on there. You already know what he thinks of that. Yeah, but wouldn't it be fun to just have an entire stream of me trying to beat that? Throw a COD game on there for funsies? Yeah, but it would have to be the single player campaign. Let me have early access to the Halloween version stream. Oh, there's something else that we can do with the distract streamer thing. I wanna code review the code you posted the other day. If you're okay with me doing that on stream. Go for it. Okay. Whenever we're done writing down lists of things. Quap. I saw listed earlier. He's got another one too, right? That's like that. That I know a lot of people were streaming. It was like it's the one where the guy's in the bucket and he's like swinging the axe. What is that called? Bennett Foddy is the guy's name, right? I don't know why I remember that and not the name of the game. Yeah, this game. Getting Over It. Yeah. I know a lot of people stream that one. Over the Top? And Getting Over It was the one I was thinking of. It was over something, yeah. There's also like a 3D one I saw a bunch of people playing recently. I don't know that that's even in my like list of must be playable on these three things. But yeah, I remember that being one that existed. I don't at all remember what the name of it was, but I remember it was like really popular for about 3 days and then it just disappeared. I don't remember what that was. All right, I think this is a good starting list. We can come back to it. at some other point. Let's go roast compile source code. I'm not actually gonna roast it. I'm gonna suggest some changes. Bring on the hot sauce. That was in the game development channel, right? You posted that? Apologies to everyone if we get to 50,000 and the wheel lands on Desert Bus. Get back to here. So it's after the icon work. It was Swift? It was in the Swift channel? Yeah, here we go. Okay. So my main feeling... Oh, hang on. Let's get into... let's create a project. Can we do this in... Not a project, sorry. Let's create a playground. I like how did we just like completely give up on finishing the asset feedback thing? Possibly. We'll come back to it later. Yeah, the intent of it is clear. So let's explain it for the people in the room that are not up to date. How do I switch this to 2 space tabs so that I can actually have tabs without undoing your formatting? Is there not a way to do that with playgrounds? Okay, well, I guess I'm going to temporarily change my entire system. Editing, indentation. Here we go. 2 spaces. 2 spaces. It's fine. Select all. Indent. Wait, is your code now just... Your code wasn't indented properly to begin with. What are we doing? Okay, we're going to copy and paste this again. Your code is already inconsistently indented. Some of this is 4, some of this is 2. Which one do you want? Do you want 4 or 2? It looks like you want 2, because like this is 2, this is 2, this is 3. 2? Okay, we're gonna leave it at 2. We are gonna re-indent everything in here as 2. Okay, so my main feeling in here was just that using date formatter for this is... Okay, 7 it is. Perfect. Using date formatter for this, I think you're gonna hit like theoretical performance problems, but I suspect you're only calling this like once or twice, so it's not really a big deal. But I think the bigger problem is that it's gonna be not super, it's gonna be a little bit flaky. Plus you've got stuff like this force unwrap, etc., etc. Yeah, once when the app loads. Yeah, I figure you probably weren't gonna have too much of a performance issue with it. But I do want to cover it just because anybody else that's watching, like that thinks like, oh, you know, like this could be a way that I would do this thing. Creating a date formatter, and well, not so much creating a date formatter, but setting a date format, which happens even when all you do is create a date formatter, is actually pretty expensive. And especially if you're running it across threads. Date formatter is technically thread safe, but if you try to touch it a bunch of times across threads, it's like simultaneously, it's actually not all that thread safe, and it will crash on you because it has like a shared what's it, ICU dependency? Is it ICU? Most of the formatters are absurdly expensive, yeah. ICU, date, format. Yeah, ICU is the C documentation here. It has something there that's, you know, if you try to touch it very frequently across multiple different threads, it will crash. Not what compile Swift is doing. Probably doesn't need to worry about it, but just in case you are messing with date formatters a lot, it's not ideal. Don't do it. So yeah, I would say rule number one, definitely at the very least, make this a variable like this, so that way you wouldn't need to create it multiple times. That would be the first thing that I'd say. Do that. If you can tie it to a specific life cycle, that works too. So if you had like a single view controller and you could do that, or a lazy var, yeah, that's also another one. Yeah, lazy var. I don't love making things lazy vars, but that's personal preference. That's not really. I wouldn't call that out at all as a thing. This here, I think you can create a locale with identifier without needing to go through, yeah, init with ID thing. You don't need to go through NS locale with this. That was just a code nitpick, like, not really a big deal. This right here was where things started to get iffy. This is force and wrap. I don't seem to, I don't feel like, you know, like force and wraps, that's generally like, this is scary. I don't know about this. So I think we're going to want to look to get rid of this, but, this is the main thing I take issue with. And so everything else that I'm going to do is going to be kind of around like, can we get rid of this? Then here you say init with time interval since D, but that just is recreating the same date. So I think you can actually just return here. Also, we should be printing this to make sure that we're constantly getting the right answer. Which it should be no event time, right? Because it's not between 9.4 and 9.5. It's after that time. I don't know why it's not running. It says ready to continue. Oh, hang on. Cannot find get date formatter. Oh yeah, because we renamed it. Oh, well, okay, so here's another problem. Which is that you create the date formatter here with get date formatter, and then you get a different date formatter. So you were calling that method previously multiple times. At the very least, you're calling it twice here. So, but if we get rid of this and we just say date formatter here. That should make things a little bit easier. A little bit better, I guess. We still have a get date formatter? Jeez. Okay, we got too many date formatters. I should have just done like a bulk rename. Okay, lazy cannot be used on an already lazy global. Okay, yeah, because it's global, it's already lazy, so making it let is the same effect. Nil is the only return value permitted in initializer. Oh, that's why that was happening. So this is self equals. Will that even work? Okay, so that explains why you were doing that other thing, because you needed the like self.init with whatever. Okay, so that at least, you know, begins to make sense why that other line was there. Not a problem. next thing I'd do, and just in terms of performance, is I would move this up to here, because you're not going to reset that locale ever. So it doesn't really need to exist the other way, right? And then, yeah, that cleans that up. Boop, boop, boop. Still no event time. Cool. All right. And then let's say if you even need the locale for this usage. Yeah. So I think that is questionable, but I'm kind of going to try to clean this up one at a time. So I think what we need to do next, I almost want to create a function here so that we can call this like multiple times, but maybe let's not do that. So at 9.4 through 9.5, we have no event time. That's what we want. If we set this to like 9.4 to 9.10, it should be event time, right? Event time. All right. So that's what we'll use for testing. Maybe. But yeah, so even if you're sticking with the date formatter, those would be the changes that I would make there. I mean, in terms of like nitpicking, I would also just do this just because early return is always great, but that one's more nitpicky rather than like, oh, I think there's an actual benefit to doing this. I think this just makes it look a little bit cleaner. But then yeah, do we need a date formatter at all? This is the part where I think that we really want to do this. So then I think what we want to do is you would say, I think what you need to do. Okay, let's go with this. I think what we need is there's a thing called calendar. So this would be start date equals calendar, and then this is where things get a little weird. I think you want identifier Gregorian, because normally for display you would say use whatever the user's calendar is, but because you are specifying dates here, you're going to be specifying these dates in the Gregorian calendar. So I think you want to start with this one being Gregorian. And then this is date by setting. And I think no, hold on. Date from date components. And then your date components is going to be, yeah, this is, I should have prepared slightly more for this, but can we say year? Well, I assume you want this to recur every year, so we might need to come back and workshop this a little bit, but day is 4 dot date. Can we do that? No, it's already date, so, and this returns an optional. Okay, so we may actually still have to worry about this, but you moved away for which reason? Oh, from because of the recurring thing? Yeah. Okay. So yeah, these are currently, let's force unwrap these just to make sure it works. But again, for the same reason, I don't want to do this. Let's also change these to be different times so that they actually have a space. Ooh, okay. So we have screwed something up. What's going on here? So what is our, oops. Yeah, what is our date? September 4th, 2023. September 10th, 2023. What is today's date? September 8th, 2000. There's your problem. Okay, so the problem is not with calendar stuff. It's what happened here. Date string, date formatter, string from date. So I think what you want here is actually date dot, well, actually just date. Like, what is it right now? You want it to be in between those. Okay, so now it is event time. That's fine. But you want it recurring. So I think... does this work if we just drop year? I don't think it does. Yeah. September 4th, year 1. So it's definitely not that. I believe we can do... date components... Got a very cranky cat right now. Or, you know, here's what we really want to do. Date by setting. Hour, minute, second of. Yeah, no, this is... So there's a couple different ways. So date by setting dot month 9 of date. Yeah, we need a way to set both of these, but date... I thought there was a way to do this where I was saying, like, give me the date components. Like, just change the components of a given date. Right? Calendar dates. Yeah, so, I mean, there is that. That would be the easiest way to do it. But I thought there was a way to just change what the current years are. Calendar... Well, so let's get our calendar. Let's just, you know, stop creating the Gregorian calendar over and over again. Calendar dot identifier Gregorian current year equals calendar dot but also, like, okay, so KNH is saying date components. Yeah, okay, so this does give us the date components. Yeah, okay, so if we say year, well, yeah, this will give us a year. So, okay, yeah, this will work. Make this a var. Current year dot. See, yeah, this is the problem. Let's start date components equals current year, and then is there a way to, like, just change those things? Date components. Yeah, I want, like, a way to pass in a date components and then just change those two things. We can make it a function. I mean, you've already got extensions on some of these other things. So extension date components. Init with month. Int day int date components. So you could do that. I think that will work. Initializers cannot have a result type. Yes, fair. Whoo, what do we do there? Unexpectedly found nil while unwrapping. You don't think it needs line 30? I think it needs something. I mean, I can do self equals that, and then it's just month. Self.month equals month. Self.day equals day. But I also think, yeah, we kind of need... I think we need let year equals calendar dot component year from date. And that'll give us a year. And then I think we need to, sorry, dot year. Come on, dot year. Yeah, that's an int. And then I think we need to say self dot init year, year, month, month, day, day. I think that's actually what we need here. Nope, still not happy. Hey, thank you for the follow, Fury1. No, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do okay, yeah, why are these nil? I think we have... I don't think we can use date components like that. I think we need to have it in a calendar. So, calendar identifier, Gregorian, date from date components. There we go. Actually, I know exactly why that didn't work before. Let's, I think what we can do is we can init this with a calendar. Yeah, that's why it didn't work. Calendar, calendar, Kalednar. I think that'll make it work. Let's comment these out and start over again. Let start date equals, dot date. I think that should make it work now. Yeah, okay, that was it. I knew there was something that I was missing. So that makes it a little bit cleaner. So then, yeah. What we haven't solved is the thing that I said I really wanted to solve, which is that you need to force unwrap it, but it does mean that we can get rid of all of this code. You still have the force unwraps. I would say, good night. No, donuts. I would say at this point, then what you would just want to do is you would want to say, you know, function is event time. Or maybe even a var is event time. Cool. And like, these things should never happen anyway. I think it's much less likely to happen using date components than it is using date formatter. But yeah, I didn't really solve the problem. Yep, event time. I think that ran, right? No, it didn't actually run again. Hold on. Let's clear this so that we can see when it actually runs. Event time. There we go. So yeah, this is how I would do that code. Looks cleaner and still readable by fools like you. Well, that's great. And I mean, obviously you can tweak this to whatever you want. You know, this could have been a date components with month. It didn't need to be an extension on date. You could compare date components. Yes, that actually is a much cleaner idea, because then you don't need to worry about that anyway. Can you always do that? Yes. Hey, that's an even better idea. See, this is why we bring stuff to the community, because it even works even better. Is this just comparable in general? It doesn't look like it's comparable. They're not even equatable. No, hashable means equatable, so they are comparable. Or sorry, they are equatable. They're not comparable. But we can make our own compare, unless there's already a compare. Is there a good way to compare date components, Adam? Because you can say, oh, isn't there a way to say, like, is this date in this range? I feel like that was a thing. There's a date range, but I don't think there's a date components range. Because I know if we ask calendar, hang on, it might be on calendar. That might be what it is. Is date... Compare date 1 to date 2. That's not really what we want. Yeah, I was hoping that there was an is date in range of components. I know, I'm sorry. You're the one that is wiggling. Those didn't work because they want the full date time, yeah. So we are now getting the full date time, which we were not getting before. That's another benefit. As you saw earlier, like when we were doing it, it was like, oh yeah, today's September 4th, 2000. So we're definitely not doing that anymore. But yeah, I think the problem is we need... What are you doing? I'm sorry if you hear me talking to a cat that's off screen. She's playing with something on my desk. Playing with a little Allen key. Come here. Can I get her to show up? Come here. You saw the tail earlier? Come on up. Yes. You can rub up against the camera, but come on, or onto the microphone, but come on to the camera. I don't want to lift you up because it looks like I'm like murdering you on the camera, but no, she doesn't want to go. She's like, I am very happy not being on camera. That's all I need to do. I'm gonna be all over the microphone now. Yeah, this is what I think you've got a good idea, Adam Wolf, because I think that we want to I think that comparing date components would be good. I'm just trying to figure out a way to compare date components in a way that's not going to be overly complicated. I mean, this is where we can go and Google it, but compare date components. Hey, stop hitting the mic with your tail. Nobody likes the banging noises you're making. This says create dates from the date component and compare them. Breaking news cat raid stream. Yeah, see, unfortunately these are all... Yeah, maybe fetch them into a custom struct of only month, day, mini components or something, and compare that type. So the thing that I'm thinking though is, since it's always just the two components, because you have to say you need like the range of months, just in case it goes over like a month thing. So like I can imagine compile stuff saying like, okay, Christmas is from Black Friday to New Year's Day. That would be multiple different months. So you need to see, are we in that range of months? And it could even cross a year boundary, which is really like, that's going to get even more complicated. So what I'm wondering though is, can we get a range here? Hi Olivia, how are you doing? It will for Christmas, yeah. I want to say, yeah, can we get like a range? Yeah, this is really what I want, is I want the range like between the two. We can say range of a single component, but that's not really what I want either. Spoiler, there's a Christmas event, yeah. I think you've already said that. Let's go back to date components rather than looking at calendar. There we go. Nope, this is locale. Gone too far. Date components. Okay. Yeah, I don't think there's any way to do this that isn't either A, overly complicated, or B, returns an optional. Because all of these are optional as well. So even if we're going to compare them, we need to like handle the optionals that are coming out of this. I will say, compile Swift. Well, okay, actually, no. Never mind. I was going to say, I think that mine will be more robust to that year thing, but actually it won't be. Because, yeah, if you go over the year boundary, so for example, let's say this goes from September 4th to January 10th. This is going to be January 10th, 2023. So that's not an event time. So how can we handle that? Next year. Bool equals false. Year is this. Is next year. Year, or sorry, year plus one. here. Date interval is a type, if that helps. And so I saw that, but I couldn't see anything that was returning that. Yeah. Or, so, sorry, I couldn't see anything that was returning that took in, like, date components. And so, yeah, this starts with date as well. So, I mean, this would... It would probably clean up this comparison right here, in that you could create a component, or you could create an interval. So, like, let interval equals date interval. Start is start date. End is end date. The answer is to just set up 2 dates, end of year and beginning of year. Oh, yeah, that would work. That does seem hacky, though. Return date. No, return interval dot contains date. Is that... Actually, you could just... You don't even need the thing there, then. You can do that. Is that more readable, Compile Swift? Error. I didn't like something about start date and end date. Oh, yeah, because this is next year. True. Yeah, that'll work. And now it is event time. So yeah, that's one way to make it work. The goal was to not overkill something that only happens once a year. But you may break this because... I do think that the other one was less likely to crash. Because this wasn't crashing. It also wasn't working. You had the events listed in an environment file. So you do need to parse strings if you're doing that. Well, see, you didn't list that as a requirement. If you actually are loading them from an environment file, then that's... So is the environment file a string? Because I could, or it's like, what is the environment file format? Because like if you're doing it from like a JSON file, then you can still do this. It just has to be ends. Because you could do, struct my environment compatible. Let event dates. Array of event date. I'm not going to call this my environment. I'm just going to call it environment. Event date. Compatible. I mean, you could even do a crosses. Ooh, here's what you could do. Hold on. No, I guess you couldn't really do that in here. Wait, your environment file is just Swift? Well, then, yeah, just do it like that. Just do this. If your environment file is Swift, then yeah, just use this. I thought you were saying your environment file was like JSON. No, just do this then. Yeah, you don't need date formatter for that. Yeah, that was what I was going to say, Adam Wolf, but then I realized that I didn't have both dates in here. I'm wondering if there's a way that we can do it that it's like almost makes it look like a range format. To kind of clean it up. So, okay, so we're going to save this as like one possibility here. Boop, boop. Because I like this design, but let's try to make it a little bit simpler looking for compile Swift. Okay, so we've got a date components. I think what we really want to do is let's do an extension date interval. No, I said we want you to have simple tools. Because what I was thinking is, can we make this take in like a range? So, okay. This might end up overcomplicating it. Calm down. We're fine. Type alias event date is going to be a tuple of month, int, day, int, and then we're going to do a type alias event range equals range of event date. And then can we make, so event components can init with event date. And then, yeah, event range needs to exist from like a... Because if I just say like, okay, so we've got 9, 4, ... 1, 10. This isn't a, well, right now this is nothing. Right now this is nothing. We would need that to be a range of event dates, right? Required by referencing operator, ... Only concrete types such as structs, enums, and classes can conform to protocols. Nobody's asking you to be comparable. Right? Event range. Type alias range. Type alias event range equals range of event date. Why would it need to be comparable? I don't understand why that's a thing. Yeah, what I was trying to do is I was trying to get something where you could have like this, and this would be your event ranges. I think this is going to be massively overcomplicated though. Can you create... hold on. Can you create a... operator? No. Trying to think of, like, can we... If we have an event date... We certainly can't do it this way. Let's roll back a couple things. So if we do this, and then we say... We create that. Because then you could do date components is like 9, 4. Looks like that. And then this would just be event date 9, 4. Event date 110. And then what I want to do is I want to have like a static func ... Like, can that work? And this returns a range of date components. Well, these need to be comparable. And date components is incomparable, which was the entire problem that we got into in the first place. Yeah, okay, so I don't think this is gonna work. Yeah, what I was hoping was that we would be able to create like event date through that, and then ... and then you would be able to do the calculations of whether or not it was next year for free. I don't think we're gonna get that. Yeah, no. I think that the way that we came up with earlier is going to be the cleanest way. And then, yeah, either use this or use data interval, depending on whether you want it to error out or... I don't know what software update you want me to install, so that's terrifying, and I'm not going to enter my password there. Yeah, depending on whether you want it to error out or fail silently, that would be what I would do here. Yeah, that's where I would go with that. Anyway, I think that might be it for me tonight. Thank you for watching. Thank you for hanging out. I will be back Monday, probably. I was gonna say, I thought Donuts went home for the night. He's the one with the explosions. Next year, true. Yeah, no, I think I'll be yeah, I'll be back Monday. And yeah, not sure what I'm going to be working on, but we'll find out, won't we? I do need to upload all of my streams from last week still, so you should be able to see those coming up over the weekend on YouTube. You'll see, you know, last Sunday stream, last Monday stream, and then eventually tonight's stream as well. So look out for those. If you missed any of the last couple streams, I now have the free time to actually go and edit those and put those online. So yeah, thank you all for watching, and I will see you again soon. Bye. I don't know why none of my streams are actually working, and they're not going to like the goodbye. They're not going to the. It's not playing the music. Nothing's working. Oh, actually, I have an idea. No, hang on. I know exactly why the music's not working. We're gonna try this again. Sorry. Stream 24/7. Oh yeah, sure. We'll get this. You know what I forgot to do? I forgot to launch Keyboard Maestro, and that's why nothing's working. Because I had to reboot my machine the other day because my headphones stopped working. And I don't know why rebooting the machine fixed my headphones, but it did, so that's the thing. Okay, we're going to try this again. Goodbye, everybody.